Hello friends. Now I am Sitanshu Muni and I am going to discuss some mathematics question and answers for you. So let us begin. Question is, if there are two functions f and g, r to r, that is real number to real number, and they are defined as f of x is equal to modulus x plus x and g of x is equal to modulus x minus x for all x belongs to real number, find f of g and g of f. In order to solve this question, we have to use the properties of modulus x. So let us begin. Given f of x is mod x plus x and g of x is mod x minus x. So now we can write f of x as f of x is equal to x plus x if x is greater than equal to 0, because I am writing it here. For x greater than equal to 0, mod x is equal to x, and for x less than equal to 0, mod x will be equal to minus of x. So f of x will be x plus x for x greater than equal to 0, and it will be minus x plus x for x less than 0. So this is how we have defined f of x as. Now coming to g of x, the value of g of x will be, you can write it as x minus x for x greater than equal to 0. Similarly, you can write it as minus x for x less than 0. Okay. Now simplifying f of x can be written as 2x for x greater than equal to 0 and 0 for x less than 0. G of x can be written as 0 for x greater than equal to 0 and minus of 2x for x less than 0. I hope you all have understood till this much. Coming to further solutions, we can also write f of x as in following way. So the value of f of x is equal to, you can write it as 2x if the value of x is greater than equal to 0 and 0 if it is less than 0. Similarly, the value of g of x can be written as 0 if x is greater than equal to 0 and minus 2x if x is less than 0. So we have simplified the functions f of x and g of x. Now what we will do, we will move to the other part of the question, that is f of g. F of g can be written as f of g of x. Now for, I can write it as, let me erase this part. So f of g is equal to f of g of x, that can be written as f of minus 2x. Now f of minus 2x is equal to, you know it very well, that f of minus x will be 2 into of minus 2x, that is minus 4x. And let us also simplify g of f. But before proceeding to g of f, let me explain it to you, the f of g in detail. Now f of g will be f of g of x is equal to f of minus 2x, that is minus 4x. But how it is? Now the value of g of x is minus 2x for x is less than 0. For x less than 0, the value of g of x is minus 2x. F of minus 2x is equal to 2 into minus 2x is equal to minus 4x. So, but this is valid only if the value of x is less than 0. So, for x less than 0, the value of f of g is equal to minus 4x. Now, what will happen if x is greater than 0? For x greater than is equal to 0, the value of f of g will be f of g of x. Now, the value of g of x is 0 for x greater than equal to 0. We can write it as f of, the value of g of x is 0, f of 0. Now, what is the value of f of 0? The value of f of 0 will be 0. 0 will be 0. Okay, therefore f of g is equal to, you can write it as f of g is equal to 0 for x greater than equal to 0, and it is minus of 4x for x less than 0. Similarly, proceeding towards how to find g of f of x. Now, in order to find g of f of x, let us proceed in this way. Now, x can be written in two ways, that is x greater than equal to 0 and less than 0. So let me draw it and write. For x greater than is equal to 0, the value of g of f of x will be g of f of x. Okay. Now, for the value of x greater than equal to 0, the g of f of x will be g of 2x. It will be g of 2x. Now, what is g of 2x then? It will be 0. Why? It will be 0. Now, what will happen if x is less than 0? For the value of x less than 0, if x is less than 0, then g of f will be g of f of x, can be written as g of 0. Now, g of 0 will be 0 because the value of g of x, if x is less than 0 is minus 2x, and that can be multiplied with 0. The value of g of x for x less than 0 is, for x less than 0, the value of g of x is minus 2x. The value of gx for x less than 0 is minus 2x. That is nothing but minus 2 into 0, that is equal to 0. Okay. Therefore, g of f of x can be written as, it is 0. Okay. 0, or you can write g of f is equal to 0 for all x belongs to real number. Moving to the next question. If R is a relation defined on set of natural numbers n as follows. R is equal to ordered pairs x comma y such that x belongs to natural number, y belongs to natural number, and 2x plus y is equal to 24. We have to find domain range of the relation R, and we have to find is R an equivalence relation. So let us move into the solution. The solution is as follows. Solution is, if 2x plus y is equal to 24, then y is equal to 24 minus 2x. I hope everybody understands this. Now for x is equal to 1, y value will be equal to 24 minus 2 into 1, that is equal to 22. Okay, the value of y is 22. For x equal to 2, for the value of x is equal to 2, y will be is equal to 24 minus 2 into 2, that will be is equal to 20. For x equal to 3, for the value of x equal to 3, the y value will be 24 minus 2 into 3, 24 minus 6 will be 18. Okay, and so on. Now if you see here very carefully, this will continue, but only up to x equal to 11. It will continue till x equal to 11, as the value of y will be 24 minus 2 into 11, that will be 24 minus 22, and that is equal to 2. Okay, if you put x is equal to 12, then y will be 24 minus 24 is equal to 0. But you see, both x and y belongs to natural numbers only. So the domain of the relation R will be from 1 to 11. Hence we can say that domain of R is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So this is a part of our solution, that is domain of R is 1 to 11. How can you find the range of R? Range of R is nothing but the value of y, 24 minus 2x. So if you put the corresponding you can say value of y, you will get the range. So range of the relation R will be, from first x equal to 1, you will get it as 22. For x equal to 1 it is 22, and for x equal to 11 it is 2. So you can get it as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on till 22. So I will write it as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 and 22. So the domain of the domain of the relation R is nothing but 1 to 11, and the range of R is nothing but 2 to 22, but only the even numbers. Okay, I hope everyone is clear with these two domain and range. So let me proceed towards the type of the relation. Is it an equivalence relation, that is, or not? Now if it is an equivalence relation, it should satisfy three properties. For being an equivalence relation, For an equivalence relation, it should satisfy three properties. Right. That is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Reflexive, symmetric and a transitive. Okay, so let us first check whether the relation R is reflexive or not. So for being reflexive, if it is a reflexive relation, how can we check whether it is reflexive or not? If you see here very carefully, we have got the collection of the domain and range of R. Let us first put here all the ordered pairs of R. So the relation R contains the following ordered pairs. R is equal to 1, 22, 2, 20. Similarly, we can write it as 3, 18, 4, 16, 5, 14. You can if you put the value of 6, you will get it as 12. For 7 it is 10. For 8 it is 8. For 9 it is 6. For 9 it is 6. And for 10 it is 4. For 10 it is 4. And for 11 it is 2. Okay, hope you are getting the ordered pairs. Okay, once you have got the ordered pairs, you can check is it a reflexive relation, because for being a reflexive relation you should have ordered pairs in this way: A, A. Okay, for being a reflexive relation, so A, A ordered pairs should be there in relation R. Now, for one belongs to the domain of R, for one belongs to domain of R, there is no 1, 1 in R. So R is not reflexive. Similarly, I can also show you that it is not a symmetric relation. Why? Because if I will take the case of 2, 20, if I will take the case of 2, 20, for 2, 20, for 2, 20 in R, 20, 2 does not belongs to R. Okay, you are not getting the reverse ordered pairs in R. Hence, it is not a symmetric relation. So, R is not symmetric. Let us see the property of transitive. Is it a transitive relation? We know 7, sorry, it is not 4. if you see carefully all the ordered pairs, okay, if you see carefully all the ordered pairs, 7 comma 10, 7 comma 10 belongs to the relation R, and 10 comma 4 belongs to the relation R, belongs to R, but there is no 7 comma 4. We can see 7 comma 10 is there in the list of ordered pairs, 10 comma 4 is also there in the list of ordered pairs, but 10 comma 4 does not belong to the relation R. Okay, hence, so R is not transitive. R is not satisfying reflexive property, it is also not satisfying symmetric property, even it is not transitive. So we can say, therefore R is not equivalence relation as it is not reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Okay, hope you like this video. Thank you very much.